capturing the imagination of hustlers with their class wars with dynasties cannot guarantee implementation of Kenya Kwanza plan. I'm anchoring this argument after the end of Nanyuki retreat, that I have seen political commentators asking that it is about time we drop the poetic talk and see what exactly are the results. We have seen a selfish deputy president glorifying jobs given to his kinsmen as best way to rather fulfill political pledges at the behest of the hustler agenda. Ruto left his 2022 political playbook in Karen, and as fate will have its way, the deputy took over that residence and got that playbook on top of the table. And so he's using it. Then Ruto seems to have picked 2027 playbook. But what is irritating further is the fact that Rigathi is realizing that his nemesis, Musalia Mudavadi, is a key actor in William Ruto's 2027 politics. So politics is at play, and it is not ending any soon. Hustlers have been left at the Hustlers Fund. Simple enough, they were given money, and no one is even asking them to pay. They are paying at will. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to delve deep and reveal to you the intrigues behind Nanyuki retreat and why I am making this premise that hustlers have been left with the Hustler Fund. That was one of the projects that William Ruto had promised, and it was even rushed down throats of Kenyans at the expense of even not following or at the expense of breaching some of the laws and procedures that are in that document to make sure that it is settled. And as we start 2023, it is no denial that the best that Hustlers Fund can have, the best that hustlers can have is Hustler Fund. And if you've not taken the money, then I can take this moment to urge you that it is your time to grab. It is your time to take it. Whether it can help you to start a business or not, or whether it can give you quick fixes as a personal loan to pay your bills and repay later, it's upon you. But I'm not afraid to tell you that that is the only thing available for you. Welcome to the Bold Analysis. Kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. Cabinet retreat in Nanyuki exposed why, starting from the bottom, that President Ruto said in the microphones is just the continuation of the poetic talk in the microphone so that it can be amplified by the journalists. And during a church service in the same place, the president will come out and say that CS and permanent secretaries in different ministries were still held up in meetings to come up with work plans and what they were going to achieve in their ministries. It looks very sweet and very interesting for the Kenyan people, for the population to be told that my leader is working on my behalf. It's far from it. I want to explain to you why. In 2023, we have seen the first interview by the president, and I analyzed it here. You were told that we can't get quick fixes. It's because we found it's not what we can do, and we have the larger plan. It should not be lost to you that the Hustler Fund, imagination that was created in the mind of Hustler Fund, was overnight success. And no, I am wrong. That was said for you to vote in, and after getting into power, you'll be told the reality. I have 4 reasons why hustlers have been dropped and the best they can get and they can glorify is Hustlers Fund. Oh, don't you remember it is the only project that is touted with the word hustler? It's the one for you. President Ruto is held hostage by 2027 politics, which is to cement relationship of his second voting bloc, specifically the Mount Kenya. I can tell you that President has visited both the counties of Embu, Meru, Tharaka Nithi, Murang'a, and now today was in Laikipia. By the way, people are wondering why Laikipia, and he has also been to, is yet to go to Kirinyaga, Nyeri, and perhaps Kiambu. So the one in Nyeri, is what Rigathi Gachagua has decided to plan and reschedule as a homecoming party, the Sagana one culmination that he spoke about. This is the thing. The hustler agenda was a mainstream concept that was touching on boda, mama mboga, mtu wa mkono, and every person. It was cutting across. But you know what has happened is that Ruto has been consumed by a move to make sure that you cement relationship with Gema. Today, while in Nanyuki, there was an early morning meeting that President held with the leadership of Laikipia. They were asking for dams, asking for roads, and even Bible school. Remember, even President had to donate some fertilizers. I don't know how. From the national, I don't know how, but fertilizers were donated. This President was trying to direct here and there, and there is a stadium that he said Waziri, who is in charge of sports, is putting it as a preference. So there are many other stadiums, but because of politics, the one of Laikipia has to be prioritized because that is the voting constituency. What you can see is that whenever President tours Mount Kenya, governors, deputy president, and the political leadership comes and receives him with begging bows. That is why I dare. He goes to Sagana for that Rigathi Gachagua's meeting. It is a trap. And all the leaders in the region will come there with begging bowl because they had a premise in the last campaign that region was abandoned by Uhuru Kenyatta. So one reason why hustlers, your main issue may not be at the table is because of 2027 politics. I want to tie that to my second point. Do you know that these interdenominational services that is being held on Sunday have been improved, or rather have been elevated to state functions, that there are committees from state house, county government, and every leadership, and these are people that are using taxpayers' money. I was shocked to realize today that the church service, that interdenominational service that was held in Laikipia, the head of state functions from state house had to coordinate, and there was a committee of people organizing. So we are using public resources to organize church rallies as state functions. Look at how huge they, and these are people we are facilitating. So what does it tell you? That our money, or rather the less we are collecting, there is ballooning political expenditures. Oh, why am I saying that? State House budget is not audited, but maybe if it's audited, that can always be explained. The other aspect, there is a constant outcry of the fact that we took over a sick economy. I want you to pause for a while and ask yourself. So we inherited a sick economy, but we have a sick economy that have never failed to pay salaries to teachers, doctors, policemen, president, deputy, MPs, and everyone. But when it comes to services you're supposed to get, the premise of sick economy is there. When it comes to issues of we have to stop important subsidies like that of education, you are told about the economy. Why does the discussion about economy doesn't come to play when the member of parliament is asking for more allowance in the National Assembly? I think I see it as a misrepresentation. And if you're not careful, it could be an exaggeration, but it's a ground to make you wait in the mud, put you in the wait and see. You can't get quick fixes, what we are promised. It's not in there. Lastly, Treasury has notified Cabinet that while you can put up your stuff, the things you want, and crack the budget by asking for supplementary, but part of what we are spending is from our lenders. And so even our lenders have priorities, or we are even borrowing to support specific projects. It means that for you to align yourself and for you to get what you want, there are many other favors you need. There is bit of that bureaucracy. We are not being told. What does this mean? That it will be upon the executive and the president to choose what is politically right to be done by the little we have. My position is clear. You've been left by the Hustlers Fund. Rush and take it. If you can start a business, so be it. But if they don't ask you, that's your party.